Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I am going to do a collective oracle and affirmations, a love oracle for this morning. It is Sunday, February 1st, 2026. Okay, I said it right in all three of the other affirmation videos, and I say it wrong in this one. I'm not stopping the camera. I already pulled 2 cards. You may follow me on the Talk the Tube, my blog, or not. Totally up to you. Take what resonates. It all might resonate. It's affirmations. It's a love oracle. Figure it out. 3 on the table. Okay. These love readings have been very interesting as of late. Let's do 2 more shuffles. 2 more shuffles. Last shuffle. Oh, we are using The Price of Love Oracle by Crystal Banner. You can get this off of her website, collidedope.com. Here, I'll show you the back of it too. I think $50 is what it is. We got 4 with bottom of the deck. We've got grief and sadness. Dead end. Dream come true. And bottom of the deck, money versus love. So, feminine, masculine, take how it resonates. You actually dodged a bullet. Somebody dodged a bullet. You might be upset over the loss of a connection. Maybe a connection never got off the ground and that's what you were looking for. But somebody really dodged a bullet. And really, really, you should be grateful and thankful for something not working out, something actually working out the way it was supposed to work out, which means, sorry, not going to happen, but there's a reason. Whoever this person was that you were looking to get involved with, this is somebody that would have chose money over you. This is somebody that would have chose fame over you. This is somebody that was looking for a quick buck. This is somebody that's looking for somebody, that has a title or, has like prestige or, just an example, just a dumb example. But like, let's say I'm dating a guy and a friend of his decides to hook him up with another woman because we're just, in the beginning stages of dating, but I really like him and he seems to really like me. But now his friend wants to set him up with Becky, and Becky is a surgeon. And this guy, we'll call him Steve, almost immediately like, oh, I think I like Becky a lot more. I think I like Becky. I think I want to be with Becky. Even though he showed every sign of being interested in me and us being interested in the same things. Now he's presented with somebody who seems to have authority, a higher standing within the community, right? Someone that has money. And Steve decides to go towards Becky. It's kind of like that kind of situation. Like, someone would have gotten themselves into a situation where at the end of the day, it just would have been even more heartbreak, I will never understand people that base their life decisions on that, because there are plenty of people that marry below themselves and don't look at it like that. Do you know what I mean? But then there are people that are always looking for somebody better. And there's people that don't even do so well themselves and they're always looking for somebody better. And there's a saying out there, and it's, you deserve your match. So, like, technically, if I was out there looking to date, and let's say, I'm looking at all these men's on these men's these men on a dating app, and I'm like, oh no, that one works at a Starbucks. Oh, that one works at a warehouse. No, that one works, um, at a grocery store. Technically, if you really wanted to think about it, the fact that I work in a warehouse and I'm saying that someone that works in another warehouse, somebody that works in retail, isn't good enough for me. And I'm putting it like that, right? Like, oh no, they're not good enough for me. They work here. Technically, we are basically on the same level. But let's say I'm looking on there and I'm looking for doctors, I'm looking for lawyers, judges, possibly policemen, firefighters. Like, again, people with authority. And it's not to say that you can't, it's not to say that, you can't, but it's very full of yourself to think someone's not good enough for you, that's on your level, right? But then turn around and look for somebody that's technically above you because you feel like you deserve better. So, but then you would get mad that that lawyer, that doctor would think that they deserve someone on their level. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't look at people like that. I mean, don't get me wrong, like, I don't typically date people I work with. Um I've talked about that many times, especially in the last year. But I don't really look at somebody as being below me. I will say this, however, with the hmm, with the fact that there are some species out there that think that they do deserve better, and they do deserve, like, somebody that works really hard while they literally sit at home and do nothing. I won't settle for people like that. Like, and I've said this on the dating apps, like when I've done my profile and stuff, I actually set it to the point where my profile actually, not my profile, but like my description and my profile actually got banned because I was very blunt in there. My only requirements for a man or a woman is that you have your own job, that you have your own car, and that if you're my age, if you're in your 40s, that you have your own home. And I'm not saying you have to own your home. I'm just saying you have to have an apartment, you have to have a condo, you have to have a house, whether you rent or you pay a mortgage, I don't care, but you have to have your own place. We're in our 40s. That should be pretty standard, right? I understand that people have money issues and all that stuff. I understand the economy. I understand rent is crazy expensive. Okay, I get that. Um, However, technically, when you think about it, you should have been established long enough to still have your own place. Technically. Just saying. And it's not that I wouldn't date somebody that, like, shared a house or something like that. It's just, like, I've told you guys this before, like, I got hit on inappropriately by the guy at work who is in his 60s, and the only thing that he owns is his car. He doesn't take his job seriously, and he lives in a house with 5 other people. And he lives in the basement, and he thinks it's cool. And that just screams, the kid that never grew up. The 20-year-old kid that lived in his mom's basement, and his mom made him dinner every night and did his laundry and tells him that he deserves a woman that's going to do the same for him. That's what that screams. And that completely makes me run in the other direction. Completely. And the sad thing is I hope for more for that guy. I really I really do. I really do. Um I don't think he's ready. And he's in his 60s, y'all. I don't think he's ready. um but yeah, I don't necessarily think I'm better than anybody else, but I also have standards. And I think my standards are pretty simple at this point. I mean, I'm 45, for God's sakes. Anywho, that was enough ranting and raving. Somebody dodged a bullet. Somebody would have gotten even more hurt because somebody would have chose money over a relationship. And it doesn't even technically, I use that as an example, right? Somebody choosing another person that makes more money, has a higher status, but it doesn't even really have to be that, y'all. It could literally be somebody that, again, like two people get involved in a workplace situation and the other person is like, well, I need to work 60, 70 hours a week because I like making money. So I'm not going to have time for you. What kind of relationship would that be, right? Like somebody wants to choose money over love, then let them. If you're not comfortable with that situation, don't get involved in that situation, right? And it's like I said, it's like somebody dodged a bullet because somebody would have been very unhappy in whatever that situation was. All right, I'm going to leave it there because I ranted and raved long enough. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you were entertained. I hope it does not resonate for anybody, even though I know it will. And I hope everybody has a fabulous Sunday. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.